These are moments when the dumbest criminals were caught on Bodycam. A 21-year-old Mark Jaggers Jr., who on June the 19th of 2023 had a very unexpected run-in with the police. On that evening, Mark was approaching an occupied vehicle that was parked in an alley, wearing a ski mask and holding a gun. But as Mark crept up to the vehicle, he failed to realize that it was an unmarked police car.
Police! What is your deal, bro? Send somebody back here. I just try to get robbed.
I wasn't gonna rob you.
Mark's baby mama, who just so happened to be close by, apparently witnessed the whole interaction and began screaming at the officers.
Call 911.
Okay. Where?
That's my baby daddy! Did you just shoot my baby daddy?
He's trying to rob me. Get me back here. I got somebody showing up. Stay back. There's a gun. Stay back.
Baby daddy, my son's in the car!
Okay.
Did you just shoot my baby daddy? Did you shoot my
Get on me. I'll get you. Stop. Get back now. Get back now.
I have no weapon.
Okay, get back.
Ambulance support. Is he dead? Did you call an ambulance?
That's mom.
That's my son's in the back of the car. That's my baby daddy. I know what happened.
Mark was transported to a nearby hospital where he was pronounced dead, but 2 weeks later, shocking new details emerged about the incident. The plainclothed officer was actually parked behind Mark's home and had been for a few hours surveilling the area for an unrelated suspect. While some believe that this explains why Mark approached the officer's vehicle, it did very little to explain why Mark did so while wearing a ski mask and wielding a gun. But if you thought that Mark's shooting was a mistake, you won't have any doubts about the next shooting of a suspect who carjacked a cruiser.
Oh! First, he's got a cop car.
On January the 12th of 2023, police were called to the scene of a carjacking where 39-year-old Jimmy Shoemaker Gonzalez had cut the victim in the face with a knife before making off with their 2004 Dodge Durango. Not long afterwards, he collided with a snowplow and careened into the wall of the Westwood 2 condominium complex, where he proceeded to carjack another person for a Toyota RAV4. Hours later, police spotted the RAV4 parked in the Mountain Laurel apartment complex, but upon confronting Jimmy, he attempted to flee and got stuck against a guardrail and hopped out and led the officers on a foot chase.
First, he's got a cop car. Go for it. I'm gonna get out of the car. Get out of the car. Go. Freeze!
At this point, Jimmy had gunshot wounds to both his legs and right hand, but it didn't stop him from taking the chase onto the road, where he nearly caused several collisions before doing the expected.
You're on with me? 17 units to the truck. First one does not have any lights on. Those 3 plus are hit once or twice. Yeah. I need some caution tape down here as well.
Jimmy chose to end his pursuit by driving directly into Palmas Diner on Stafford Street, where he was then taken into custody. And later at the hospital, doctors found cocaine metabolite, PCP, and oxycodone in his system, as well as a blood alcohol content of 0.102. After being treated and released, Jimmy was transported to jail and booked on charges of first-degree larceny, criminal mischief, threatening, assault, reckless endangerment, criminal attempted robbery, criminal attempted larceny, reckless driving, and several traffic violations. Thankfully, no one else was injured. Fortunately, the next suspect also managed not to kill anyone after escaping the hospital while high on clinical-grade narcotics.
Are you alright to walk?
On February the 1st of 2024, an officer responded to the scene of a fender bender where one vehicle had rear-ended another.
What's going on?
She was driving behind me and
Okay.
then bumped into my car, but she appears like she's on her way to the hospital, maybe.
Okay. You're on your way to the hospital? What are you going to the hospital for?
I had like this stomach flu, but I also have ulcerative and gastritis, like braces.
Okay. All right, the medics are on their way, okay? Do you hear me? Okay. Do you have a driver's license on you?
Yeah.
Right. Do you have a driver's license on you, ma'am?
I haven't.
Thank you. Is this your insurance? Okay.
The van's gone.
The one in the blue Ford, she was driving herself to the hospital. Said she had some stomach issues and some gastro bypass. I don't know what's the term.
She hit her in this car.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out still on what occurred.
Get in the medic?
Yeah. Once I get her on the cot, I'll call you.
They just said that like I was okay, so like I don't go home. And
Right. But they didn't want you driving, right? Because that Finnegan?
I ambulance.
They gave her meds at the hospital.
I had to come somewhere and pick me up, but
Okay.
They told her that they were going to call the cops if she left, because she was leaving.
Okay.
If she needed a ride, but she drove herself.
Okay.
I just
So
wanted,
that she's
like,
got Finnegan on board, which is really,
That's what she told you?
yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to get you checked out on the cot, okay? Is your phone still plugged into your car, or is this just hanging? Okay.
That's just my charger.
Okay. Are you alright to walk?
And like I can't keep anything down. And
Right. That's what they gave you that Finnegan for. We're going to go this way, huh? Talk to this guy.
From their interview with the suspect, they learned that she legally wasn't supposed to be in the driving seat because she was under the influence of hospital-grade narcotics, namely Finnegan, which is also known as promethazine, which is notorious for causing drowsiness, dizziness, and blurred vision. But through further evaluation, officers soon found reasons to doubt the suspect's story.
She hasn't been at the hospital since 1:30, as in
This morning?
no, it's 1:30, January 30th.
Oh, okay.
Her story's not really matching up.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
her story is not adding up. She hasn't been at the hospital, in Marysville at least, since the 30th of, a few days ago.
Well, where's she coming from?
I don't know. She's not,
So she says she was not at the hospital, but she told the medics.
she said that she was at the hospital and that they gave her Finnegan through an IV drip, which makes you drowsy, and she wasn't supposed to drive. She was driving to Grady, is what she told us, to get a second opinion. So unless she's confused on her days, then maybe she thought that the hospital dinosaur was flew on the 30th and she was driving to Grady today to get a second opinion. I'm trying to figure this out, if we need to do an OVI or if we just need to do the suspension and ECDA.
Was she able to even stand up?
I mean, she was struggling just to walk to the medic. They had to put her on a cot.
She said they gave her a prescription for suppository Finnegan. But She
Okay.
hasn't been able to keep it on board.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like she's been puking, is that what she's been saying? Or? Okay.
Suppository, dude.
Oh, okay, I got you.
So why would you get a script for that? I don't know. That seems strange to me too.
Okay.
They got it oral. Like you can take the tablets that disintegrate.
In an effort to get a better idea of what was going on, officers decide to see if the suspect would allow them to search her car so that they could find proof of other intoxicants.
Can do, with your permission, we can park it here in this parking lot. I'll get with AutoZone. They probably will let you keep it parked here for a little while until you're able to come and get it, okay? But before I do that, I'm gonna have to search through your vehicle, okay?
Okay.
All right. Do you have anything in your vehicle that we're gonna find? Any narcotics, anything like that?
No.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna search through her vehicle and then I'll just move it and park it.
And everything.
Are the keys in it? Do you have them on you?
No,
In her bag.
Are they in your purse?
Can I grab your keys out of your purse?
They're right on the top.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, I don't know what that was going on. It's definitely medical. It's not alcohol related. I'm just going to do the suspension and the ACBA. She doesn't have her privileges with her. She's not even going to tell me. I'm just going.
Ultimately, nothing was found in the vehicle, and the officer decided not to charge her with OVI, but instead, she would be charged with driving under OVI suspension and assured clearance disturbance ahead. However, if you think that was poor decision making, wait until you see the next suspect who decided to shove an officer.
Calm down. With me! I didn't do nothing.
On September the 28th of 2024, officers received a call reporting that a group of 7 juveniles, all under the age of 16, were riding their bikes inside of a Walmart, screaming and activating car alarms. Officers responded and found them in an area not far from the scene, at which point the minors were detained and their parents were called. But one angry father, 34-year-old Jonah Harrington, decided that rather than scolding his son for his behavior, he would get hostile with the officers.
Calm down. Calm down. With me! I didn't do nothing. I didn't do. I'm cooperative. You're under arrest. I'm cooperative. Ow, ow, ow. Ow, you're cutting me, bro.
You're cutting. Next time, don't resist.
I didn't resist. He put his hands on me.
You approached him. You battered a law
I was
enforcement.
talking to him. I asked him, I said, whoa, whoa, whoa. Calm down.
Just shut up, dude. You double locked. Next right here. You back up. Tell her back up. This is an investigation. Tell her back up.
Babe, can you please call a lawyer?
No, why not? Give in yours.
How can I take my 14-year-old minor home? What's the problem? I'm not
You 14, Carla.
Can you please give the keys to my wife? Yeah, that's the key hanging out of my pocket. Yeah.
You're going to jail for battery on law enforcement.
I'm going to jail for battery? Who's got a body cam? You got a body cam? Did you see it? Why did he put his hands out at me at first? I was talking to him.
You approached him in an aggressive manner.
I was just running up because I saw him putting my kid in handcuffs in the back of the car, so I wanted to talk to him.
We explained to you over the phone what was happening.
Oh, yeah, I freaked out on the phone. I apologize about that.
All right, send him back.
I haven't ate. I'm pretty...
Of course, Jonah was transported to jail and charged with resisting an officer with violence and 3 counts of battery on an officer. But the next suspect took things a step further by attempting to take on police with a crowbar.
Hey!
Drop it!
On October the 25th of 2024, police responded to a neighborhood where 27-year-old James Marshall was pacing around outside of his home while wearing a ballistic vest and tactical gear and carrying a crowbar, pepper spray, and what appeared to be a rifle. As officers surrounded James and pelted him with beanbag rounds, he fled into the backyard, dropping the rifle along the way.
Crowbar. Cha. Carmel Police, Carmel Police, you're under arrest. Bring it into the little shed.
Get on the ground!
Get on the ground!
Get on the ground! Get on the ground!
Now! Do the thing!
Drop it!
Get on the ground!
But instead of disarming himself, James decided to charge the officers, resulting in him being shot 5 times with lethal rounds. Despite critical injury, James remained on his feet and continued to defy the officers' orders.
Ground! Get on the ground! Get on the ground!
Go down! Get on the ground!
You're gonna shot.
Right, drop it!
Drop it!
Drop it!
Please.
Drop it!
No, we don't want to kill you today.
Please tell me
We do
no.
not want to kill you. Please drop the crowbar. Please. We do not want to shoot you today.
Drop it!
At that point, James would be taken into custody and transported to the hospital where he was then pronounced dead. Officers later recovered the suspect's firearm, which they discovered to be a BB gun. Unlike James, the next suspect surrendered rather quickly after being caught impersonating a federal agent.
You have a weapon, you have no ID on you.
It's not a real weapon.
On March the 21st of 2018, employees at a Best Buy contacted the police after noticing a familiar face inside of the store, a man who'd walked out with an iPhone 10 days prior. When officers arrived, they identified the suspect as 61-year-old John O'Grady and led him back to the security room, where he claimed that the whole situation was simply a misunderstanding.
Is he a law enforcement officer? How'd you get here? Do you have any weapons on you, sir?
Yes,
Okay, where's it at?
on my hip.
Okay, so we thought, are you a police officer?
I'm not. No.
Okay, all right. What are you?
A federal marshal.
Okay, all right, that's what we had to ask.
ID.
No,
Okay. Just, we don't want you reaching for anything.
I'm not reaching for anything.
If you're a federal marshal, you understand what we're doing, right?
Absolutely. Just
John identified himself as a U.S. Marshal as a means to somehow justify why he'd been caught stealing from a Best Buy, but it didn't take long for officers to find evidence that John wasn't who he claimed to be.
You have your federal marshal ID?
no,
So you're carrying a weapon with no ID on you.
no. Because I just stepped out of my house to get this character.
Do you have a number we can call for your supervisor?
No.
Okay, I gotta take this for you just for our safety.
Handcuff.
For what?
Until we figure out what's going on. You have a weapon, you have no ID on you.
It's not a real weapon.
You're carrying a fake weapon.
And you're a federal marshal.
No.
He's got a little
Are
battery.
you not?
No.
Congratulations, you just impersonated a police officer. That's a federal offense. Oh, yeah. Congratulations. That's a felony.
Okay. I just.
Good eye, Alex. What's the story? Why are you carrying around a fake gun?
I'm a limousine driver. And
I thought you were a federal marshal.
Hey, here, you got a badge that says U.S. Marshal. You're claiming to be U.S. Marshals. You have a badge. What does that say on it?
Marshal.
So why are we carrying around fake stuff? You know it's illegal.
no, I didn't know it was illegal.
Yes, you are displaying yourself as a law enforcement officer. We just asked you, are you in law enforcement? You said, yes, I'm a U.S. Marshal.
I don't, you know.
That's illegal. That's a felony. Oh, absolutely not. We don't-
Within 5 minutes of the officer's arrival, John was transported to jail and booked on charges of impersonating a deputy U.S. Marshal and grand theft. In October of 2018, he was convicted and sentenced to 4 months in federal prison. But that's not as long as the next suspect is about to get after crashing head-on into a patrol car. On October the 29th of 2024, an officer observed a vehicle operating recklessly on Korean Veterans Boulevard. And when the officer tried to initiate a traffic stop, the Dodge Challenger fled, and at one point stopped and began doing donuts right in front of the officer. After crashing into the patrol unit, the driver sped out of sight while the officer waited for backup. The suspect was later identified as 22-year-old Carlos Esquivel, and a warrant was issued for his arrest, but he later surrendered himself to the Nashville Police Department. He was subsequently jailed and charged with reckless driving, felony evading arrest, aggravated assault on a police officer, and leaving the scene of an accident. But that's arguably not as idiotic as the next suspect, who was caught driving around the city in a fake police vehicle.
And you have yet to provide us any type of credentials.
I can provide credentials.
We already asked you for those.
No.
On February the 23rd of 2022, police pulled over a Volkswagen Jetta brandishing a police interceptor sticker, tall antennas, a spotlight, and a light bar. And upon approaching the driver, later identified as 25-year-old Manuel Nava, officers also noted that there was a laptop stationed in the front of the car, like one might see in a police cruiser.
Hello. Hi. Officer Brock, Oklahoma City. you licensed insurance, please?
What's the reason for the stop?
So back there, when you change lanes, you change signals after changing lanes. You have to signal 100 feet prior to changing lanes.
I didn't know that.
Is this like some type of old police car or?
No, I work at the National Weather Service.
National Weather Service. So why do you have your lights on?
I had them on earlier. I forgot to turn them on. Okay. You can drive with them. Here's that. With registration.
Yeah, I don't need the registration, just the insurance.
Okay,
please.
cool. No problem.
So this one's expired. You haven't. So are you working right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just on the highway. I was taking some video for him.
Okay.
I got my tricorder right here. Tripod. How are y'all tonight?
Cold.
Yeah, I got a little bit of frostbite on my toes from earlier this morning when I was out. It was bad.
Yeah.
It was bad.
You want to just give me your license and then you can keep looking for the insurance?
Hey, you are, man.
All right, sit tight, okay?
All right.
The officers had already begun to suspect that Manuel was lying as he seemed visibly nervous and unconfident in his answers, and their suspicions were only heightened when they ran Manuel's name through several databases, including the National Weather Service, and failed to yield any results.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and have you step out, okay?
Why?
Well, because I told you to. Can you put those down? Do you have any weapons or anything on you, like anything I need to know about?
Am I being arrested?
Well, we'll discuss that here in a minute. Okay, can you unlock the door, please? Do you have any weapons on you?
No, why am I being arrested?
No weapons, no firearms, nothing like that?
No, ma'am.
Okay, go ahead and step out for me.
Why?
Face away from me. Face away from me, okay? Put your hands behind your back for me. Can you interlace your fingers like you're praying? Interlace them. Like put your fingers together.
These are all his lights. Oh, he does have red and blues in the front. He told me he didn't.
Oh, what is this? A wannabe police officer? Take a picture of that. Here, kind of put your badge. And just throw it backward.
And then we need to.
Serial killer's trunk. I mean, honestly. You got a fishnet, you got ropes, you got.
There's a vest in there.
Oh, yeah, there you go, ballistic vest. This is just great for the PCs. So much incriminating crap.
Another,
Ooh, oh, even better. What kind of logo does that one have on it?
another
Sheriff's office?
Yeah.
Oh, here's a police gun.
There's one up front with a pepper gun in it.
A paper gun?
Pepper gun.
You talking about like OC?
Yeah.
Despite Manuel's claims that he wasn't impersonating an officer, the police recovered 2 soft vests similar to police vests, a leg holster with pepper spray, handcuffs, a duty belt, multiple patches from Lincoln County Emergency Response, and animal control, and tactical backups with ID badges.
So here's the issue that we have, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
You're driving a vehicle that says police interceptor on the back. You have a spotlight, you have antennas, you have red and blue lights like we do. Only police officers should have those, okay? You don't work for the National Weather Service, okay?
I do
And
work
an
for the National Weather Service.
an officer didn't give you those things to put on your car.
Yes,
So
he did.
you're being arrested for impersonating a police officer, okay? Do you understand that?
No, I
You
don't.
cannot have a vehicle that looks like ours, that has lights like we do. You also have a sweater in your front seat with a badge. And you have yet to provide us any type of credentials.
I can provide credentials.
We already asked you for those.
No,
Okay, you
she
don't.
asked me if I had an ID for Lincoln County.
So what credentials can you provide us?
My cert credentials.
For what?
Community Emergency Response Team.
So where is it?
It's on my phone.
It's on your phone.
Yes.
Aside from that, you have all these other things on your car that you can't have. Okay?
But I can have the ones in the rear. I can prove it to you.
How can you prove it to me?
I can show you the state law.
Well, I can show you the state statute too that says that you cannot have that stuff on your car.
But I can't.
Anything that alludes to that vehicle being a police car, like i.e. the police interceptor sticker, you cannot have, which you do. The combination of the lights, the police interceptor sticker, all of those things.
Well,
okay?
can I see your supervisor?
Manuel was transported to the police station where he still failed to produce any form of credentials, and as a result, he was booked into jail and charged with impersonating a police officer. If you enjoyed this video, watch this one, and don't forget to subscribe.